All right, let's see what y'all got. I'm going to guess somebody messed up on number 1. The answer should be 12. You just type in your calculator, right? So if you plug -7 right here, hey, don't forget, you got to bring down the negative that was already there. If you type that straight into your calculator, it should give you 12. Every year somebody messes up on that, they leave off their negative off the calculator, then this. What was you going to? Type it in your calculator on number 2. Let's see what you get. Type it in. That's all right. All right, so on 2, you're going to put 3 right there. So it'll be 3 in front, then parentheses 3, then a square. See if you type it in there. Alright, so everywhere you see an X, you're going to put a 3. So we got to put the first 3, and then the one that you plug in has got to go inside parentheses. And square. There's your square right there. Minus 5, plug in another 3, plus 8. You just type it straight in. All right, so everybody's got 20 on number 2. If you missed it, I'll come look at it if you typed in your calculator wrong. All right, let's go to 3. You don't have to show any work, guys, on 1 or 2. Strictly just type them straight in. All right, number 3, you're going to have to show some work. They want us to plug in W plus 5. So we got to plug that in here and here. I got W plus 5 squared. And I got W plus 5 there. So I need you to write that down. And this is what we did on the warm-up. If you know how to do it, go ahead and do it. If you guys are good on 3, you can go ahead and try 5 if you want to. But here's how you do 3. All right, first thing we've got to do, we've got to write this twice because it's got a square. So y'all got to write W plus 5 and W plus 5. Write it twice. Now I need you to full that out. Go ahead and try to full it out, see what you get. We're getting better. Most of y'all had the same answer. All right, so I times here, I times here, I times here. All right, I got to distribute these two, so I got 5a minus 10. So that's what I've got when I bring everything down. Now we just combine our like terms and we'll be done. So I got 2a squared in the front. It's the only a squared. It's got to go in the front. I can add these 2 up. That's going to be -3. All right, look, I got 8 minus 10 minus 6. 8 minus 10 is -2, minus 6 is -8. All right, that's what I got on 5. All right, let's go back to 4 now. Like I said, they tried to trick you on 4 because it's so easy you think there's got to be something else wrong with it. They want you to plug in a, right? Well, if I plug in a in place of the x, it's going to look like this. 3a to the 5th plus 4a to the 3rd minus 6a. All right, write that down. So all we did was replace the x's with the a's. That's what they want us to plug in. Now, is there anything up here like terms I can add up? Nope, then you're done. So again, that one's so easy you think there's got to be something else to it. You can go to the bathroom, bro, if you need to. All right, so we're good on 4 and 5. Let's check 6 out. All right, I'm going to show y'all number 6 working it out by hand, and then I'm going to show you, there's a button on the calculator, guys, that does all the absolute value problems for you. And you might even know where it is from last year. All right, they want us to plug in -4. So 5 times -4 minus 35. All right, so if you want to just type this part in your calculator, you can. So let's type that in. Type 5 times -4 minus 35. -4. All right, and one thing I got to show you right here. When you times something, put it in parentheses. And then minus 35. -55. All right, so this gave us -55, right? What's the absolute value of -55? It's positive 55. Absolute value just means take the positive. It actually means how far away from 0 is -55. It's 55 numbers away. So anyway, All right, so that's how you do it by hand. Now, if you just want to type this whole thing in, let me see if I remember that button is. Everybody hit the math button right up under the green. Okay, everybody go over, arrow over one time to where it says number at the top, NUM. All right, look at what number 1 is. It says ABS, that's absolute value. Hit number 1, and it puts absolute value on your screen, and then you just type this straight in. So nobody should miss out on the test. You're just typing that straight into your calculator. All right, so we're good on 6. Let's go to 7. All right, so what do they want us to do on 7? All right. Y'all see this right here? This is new. All right, what does that mean? It means they want you to find an answer for every number starting at -1 going through 4. So if you were on a number line, you'd have what? -1, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we got to find 6 different answers on this. I think the best way to do this, just make a T-chart, and we'll plug in those 6 numbers on the left. Do that, and I'll show you how to plug them in. All right, and one by one, guys, you're going to plug these numbers in. So we're going to plug -1 in here. 3 times -1 squared minus 4 times -1 plus 8. Now, y'all don't have to write that down. You can just plug them all in your calculator and just write your answers in the right column. So y'all plug that in. Tell me what it gives you. And remember, when you times something, plug it in inside parentheses. Plug it in. All right, how about 15 on the first one? Does that sound right? All right, plug in 0 the same way, see what you get. Normally what we can do is plug in the first 3, see if there's a pattern. If it is, we won't have to plug in anything else. We can just follow the pattern. So let's check the first 3 and see if it's got a pattern. What'd you give it a second? Everybody's getting 8 when they plug in 0, so let's see. I don't see it on the calculator anymore. All right, everybody is getting 8 when they plug in 0, so we'll go with that. All right, plug in one more, and then we'll check and see if it's got a pattern. All right, everybody seems to think when you plug in 1, you're going to get 7. All right, let's check this and see if it's got a pattern. Sometimes it will like add 3 every time on the first 3 numbers. So if that's the case, you know, just add 3, add 3, add 3. Is there a pattern on this one? From here to here, they subtract 7. From there to there, they subtract 1. All right, this one doesn't have a pattern. You're going to have to plug in the other 3 numbers in your calculator. So plug those in, and this is your answer. I'll just grade your XY chart on that one. No work has to be shown on that one. Let's finish that up and we'll go to the back. You guys who were absent, this is all the same stuff we did yesterday. Make sure you write your answer because absolute value will just be 55 without the absolute value symbol. All right, so what did y'all get when you plugged in +2? Just shout it out for me. What y'all got?
12.
12? All right, how about when you plugged in 3?
23.
23 and 4?
40.
All right, make sure y'all get the same thing on that. I'll just trust y'all now. All right, move your 1 over. I get +1. So for any x, you get an answer for x cannot equal 1. And that is the format I want you to write your answer. Show me one step, then your answer, and you're good. All right, I want y'all to do 9 and 16 because they are just like number 8. You do them the same way. All right, do 9 and 16 and we'll check. You're right there, Terry. All Alright, Emma, what's going to happen with positive 5 when I move it over here? It becomes negative 5. So I got negative 5 for my answer. And look, if you plug negative 5 right here, 5 plus negative 5 would give you a 0. So you can't have negative 5. Any other number would be fine. So for any answer you find, x cannot equal negative 5. All right, do 16 the same way. You got 16? Very good. 5 by 3. All right, so the first answer is 0. And the second answer is what? Move negative 7 over and move the positive 7. All right, so Emma right here, I do the same thing. I bring down 3x plus 4 equals 0. I move plus 4 over, that makes it minus 4. So now I got 3x equals negative 4. And I divide by 3. So the answer I got is negative 4 over 3. So for any answer you find, x cannot equal negative 4 over 3. All right, so that's how you do that first type. Number 8, 9, and 16 are all the first type where you solve a simple equation from the bottom to find your domain. All right, let's now go to number 10. It's different. All right, what's different about this one? Now we've got 2 x's and it's got an x squared on the bottom. Same thing, I mean, you still don't worry about the top. Just bring down whatever's on the bottom, set it equal to 0. So x squared minus 7x equals 0. All right, so how we did this one yesterday, don't these two have an x in common? So take an x out, set it up like that. All right, so if I take an x out of x squared, that leaves me just one x in that spot. And if I take an x away from 7x, it leaves me just minus 7 in that spot, right? All right, so how many answers do we have to find on this problem? It tells you right here, we got to find 2. Your first answer, x equals 0. My second answer, I just take the minus 7, I move it over, that'll make it a positive 7. So those are both my answers. Now I still got to write my domain. For any answer you find for x, you can't have 0 and you can't have 7. Anything else will be fine. I want y'all to do 14 the same way we did number 10. All right, so I bring down x squared minus 3x equals 0. Take out a x. All right, remember, anytime there's an x in front of the parenthesis, your first answer is going to be 0. If I take negative 3 and move it over, it's positive 3. So for all your x's, x cannot equal 0 and x cannot equal 3. All right, let's do a different type now. Let's go to 11. All right, so what's different about 11? Well, disregard the top, bring the bottom down, set it equal to 0. All right, so how's this one different from the last one we just did? Well, the last one, they had an x in common. I can take an x out. I can't do that here, right? So all you can do on this one is move your 16 over. That gives you positive 16. All right, how do I get rid of this square? Y'all remember? Yeah, the square root. Now, what's the square root of 16? It's on the board. It's 4. All right, we got a problem. What did I forget? Good. You got to find 2 answers. Anytime you do a square root, it's plus or minus 4. So my other answer is negative 4. All your x's you could have, x cannot equal 4, x cannot equal negative 4. All right, so y'all got what? 2 more to do here. You guys do 12 and 17. I think that'll take care of this side.